let's have a look at what I planned last year and what I actually accomplished. Happy New Year, everyone! I don't know about you guys, but I for one am really happy that the new year has arrived and that 2020 is finally over. So many things have happened. I went to working from a freelance job to completely losing my job to now working on a contract again. Also, I've seen many plans get cancelled. I had K-pop concerts planned. I really want to see Stray Kids in several countries in Europe. I also wanted to see Korea in 2 other seasons. I've seen it in summer and in winter before, and I was really looking forward to seeing it in spring and in autumn last year. Especially, like, autumn is my favorite season, and I've also been dreaming for years to see sakura blossom in real life in Asia, so yeah, that didn't happen. Also, I rebranded from Little Miss Wonderland to Miss K Wonderland. So I thought it would be nice to actually have an overview to look at last year, at what kind of plans I had, my resolutions for 2020, what I did and didn't do, and then have a look at what I have planned for this year. So I really want to find a better balance between my paid work and not really hobby, but the business I set up in the sense of my blog, my YouTube, and my fashion line, which is mostly just accessories and not really clothing. It's that in order to pay for all my travels and all the merchandise I always get and the concerts I go to, I also work full-time as a waitress, and I do cleaning jobs and just about everything. It's a full-time job as a freelancer, and 1 week I'm busier than at the others, but it can happen that I'm at work for like six days a week, maybe like 8 shifts. So in that case, I often end up either forgetting to update or really not having time to update my YouTube or my website or my Instagram, which I think is really a shame, since in order for me to be able to continue growing, I really have to update regularly, like weekly. So this year I'm hoping to be able to do it, my YouTube at least once a week, my blog also once a week, and Instagram once a week, so everything once a week. So I mentioned trying to find a balance between my paid job and trying to grow my brand, which is something I still struggle with, to be honest, which has a lot to do with the fact that last year I decided to actually make a group order account with 2 of my friends, and even though it's lots of fun, it does take up so much of my time. It's like having a second job next to the one I already have. But I do think I've gotten better in general. There were times when I didn't upload for months, and then I did like 1 video and then months of nothing again. In general, I do manage to upload every week, which was something I actually planned. Sometimes I miss it, then it's just lots of orders come in, so I'm just working every day to get it all shipped out, but in general I do pretty much keep my channel up to date. It also has to do with the fact that I did drop some things. I used to do blog posts, and I'm playing with the idea of making small ones in the future, maybe. Just a couple of lines and then link directly to my YouTube, but I'm not really doing the long blog posts anymore because I just like vlogs better. Also, I'm not really planning to go, there are not conventions at this moment because of coronavirus, but even when that is over, I'm not planning to actually make a lot of accessories anymore to go to conventions and try and sell it there to grow my brand. It's just, I noticed that I really love sewing, so maybe in the future I will do more videos on how to make things, but just trying to actually sell and then make money of it, I noticed that it's just not working out. Even though for these berets I really love them myself, and people are usually very excited about them, especially the little design on the back. But since it's all made by hand, embroidery is done by hand, it takes a lot of time, like a lot more time than people think. Sometimes I spend like an entire day on making these. And then considering the material costs and everything, I think I get like 25 cents an hour making these, and people are still like, oh, that's so expensive, why are you selling it for 30 euros? But it's, in reality, I hardly make anything of it, so I'm not doing that anymore. It's just that spending weeks and weeks in advance, like working around the clock, and then just barely making even. Because of course I also have to pay for the stand to actually stand there and sell my things. I just barely make even, or even make a loss. Like, I lose money out of it to be standing there, so I'm not gonna do that in the future. Maybe like I will do some personal requests if people really want something, but just not like make a whole batch of things. So that leaves more time for my YouTube channel, and actually for this year I'm hoping to upload on a steady day instead of just randomly in a week. I want to upload every Saturday, as I actually mentioned in the very first video I made. I was like, oh, I'll upload every Saturday, and then I didn't upload for months. But hopefully this year, 2021, I will upload every Saturday, and then when I'm less busy, maybe also on a Wednesday, like 2 times in a week, but at least every Saturday. Talking about style, I really want to update my wardrobe this year. It's something that I already noticed last year while I was doing the daily outfit on my Instagram feed. It's just that I own a lot of clothes that don't really fit my style anymore. So for this year, I just really want to do either shop for some new clothes or make some new ones, which will help me in creating even more content, considering tutorials on how to sew your own clothes, which I hope you guys will really enjoy. Well, that didn't really happen. I did get some new clothes, but I'm sure that like half of it is K-pop merch. I did get 2 new dresses and a new coat just recently though, and I will have a video up on that somewhere soon, which I will post up there. But in general, it's just not as much as I was planning to get. My wardrobe is still the same, not exactly my style. There are some things I can combine, but it's often that I think like, oh, I should get more things that actually suit what I want to wear. I do have things, actually I have lots of stores saved, and I have lots of things on my wish list. It's just for the previous year, it was Stray Kids had a lot of comebacks, a lot of merch they released. And my way of coping with 2020 was by spending all my money on Stray Kids, so there wasn't much left for buying clothes. For this year, I am planning to get some new things, I hope. And I also want to actually do some new videos on how to get a K-pop look, how to get an inspired look, or something. It's just that the big downside is that I wanted to do a lot of them for the last year. It just takes a lot more time than I imagined it would be. Sometimes I would be filming for several days just to like get the sewing done. And then the editing also takes up a lot of work. And especially, I don't think I will be filming anything anytime soon, so because of the fact that for those kind of videos you really need some natural lighting. I have different lamps for this, but it just don't work for these kind of videos. In wintertime, however, there's very little light to be working with, and even sometimes on daytime when it's cloudy it still looks pretty dark, so I have to wait till it's at least spring, and then maybe I can make more of those videos. So I hope you guys look forward to that. I actually want to talk a bit more about the topics I'll have planned, which I'll start to write down in this notebook. Since I already have so many that I either filmed or ideas I got, I made a whole list, which even goes on the next page. And I don't even think everything is on there yet. So we have the ones with the yellow marks, which are the videos I already finished. Then there's the ones with the orange mark lines. And these are the videos that I have all the materials of, which I don't need to film extra bits of or add extra stuff. And then are the ones with the marked pencil dots, sort of. And those are the videos I already have planned, or at least hoping to do for that week or the upcoming week. Because as you can see, I also have these sticky notes, which I'm going to use to sort of plan out my week in the hope that I'll be able to update more regularly instead of like once a month or twice a month or something. So I'll just write down which week it is and what I'm planning to upload for that time. So far it's going out pretty good, but just with work, like I mentioned, it's just really hard to plan things out. So I actually still do this. The only difference is that I made a new list. I took the old one out because there were so many things that either I didn't want to do anymore or just can't do at the moment. I had so many things that I had to do in either Korea, Japan or other countries. So it was a bit depressing to keep looking at the lists to see what I could film or do for that week and then finding out like, oh yeah, I have to be in Korea to do this. So I made a new one, but I do think that this one looks a bit more clean, it has a better overview. And then for all the things I already filmed, I underlined it. So when I'm making my schedule for the upcoming weeks or months, I can have a bit of an idea like, oh, I don't have much time for that week, so I'll just pick something that I filmed. So I don't have that much work to do. Just have a list over here. They're a bit all over the place now. And as you can see, I already filmed a lot, so I do have lots of material to work with. And another list that I added is, I read somewhere that you get the most creative ideas if you make 100 lists. So you have a certain topic, and then you write down 100 things, like 100 ideas of that. So at some point, at first you start with the most basic ones, like the most ideas that, I'm not sure how to say this in English at the moment, but the ones that come to mind right away. And then at some point you start more getting the out of the box ideas. So I did it for my YouTube channel. I wrote down 100 video ideas. And to make it a bit more challenging for myself, I often do the same type of videos. So I was not allowed to write down like an unboxing video of this, an unboxing video of that, like a reaction video to this, or else I would end up just writing down like, I don't know, 20 different unboxing ideas and 30 different reaction video ideas and just maybe like 20 or 30 outfit ideas, and I would reach 100, but just in reality it would be 5 different subjects of something. So I only could write down unboxing videos once or swimming once, those kind of ideas. And for this year I'm thinking of actually going through the list again, because there are actually some really interesting ideas in here. Going through the list again, and then the ones I have that I think are good enough, I'll underline those. And then I'll highlight the ones I've actually done. So I can actually highlight the unboxing videos. And let's see, is there anything else I've done? I'm planning to film my K-pop collection somewhere this month, so that can be one of them. My K-pop collection, I can underline that. Rookie groups I'm also planning soon, so I can like underline and mark that. So I will get more different videos instead of all the same ones. This year I'm also hoping to pick up my language studies. I started studying Japanese about 2 years ago maybe, which I dropped recently since I had to save up to go to Korea. And ever since I left my Japanese class, I noticed that my skills are really going downhill really fast. So I'm hoping to pick up that again. Also, since I do travel to Korea quite a lot and I'm planning to go again this year, I was there for the summer last year and for the winter, both for a month. hopefully I'll be able to return really soon, but I'm not sure when yet. So it would be really useful to start learning proper Korean as well. Apart from that, I still want to improve my English. My English is not that bad. It's just that I notice whenever I'm writing out my subtitles is that I use certain words a lot. Especially the words and, like, so. I use it over and over again. It's something I really want to improve on. Having my speech more fluent, less childlike. To be honest, I haven't been studying as much as I hoped. It's very difficult when you're busy to have the discipline to actually schedule time for studying on top of that as well. Hopefully work will give me more hours this upcoming year, so I can finally save up for the laptop, and when I have that goal reached, I'm planning to go back into classes again, like go back to my old study group of Japanese, because then I actually have, it's harder to skip when you actually have classes to go to at least once a week. You know, and even if you do not study at home, not only will it show, but you still have the time in the class that you study. So all in all, at some point you have to. When I'm at home, I can often be like, oh yeah, not today. And then months later, I'll be like, oh yeah, I still haven't studied yet. Whoops. So yeah, hopefully that will get me back into studying again. Also, I want to take the Cambridge exam at some point, hopefully this year. But again, I have to try and have to schedule a certain amount of time for that. At least each day. Even if I do it just for like 15 minutes a day, it's still better than nothing at all. So hopefully I'll be able to find some time for that. So Korean is a bit on a lower priority at the moment. I really want to focus on Japanese and English at the moment. When I'm more comfortable about that, or when I actually have more time, then I'll look into Korean. But for now, not yet. And then next to that, I also want to improve my drawing skills. It's something I want to do at least several times a week. Hopefully even once a day. I've hardly been drawing at all for the last half year at least. Even though it's something I want to pick up, it's just that I've had other priorities, so I'm not gonna put it on a list for this year, simply knowing that there's such a high possibility that I'm just not gonna do it anyway, so I'm not gonna bother. So to sum things up, I really want to try and continue finding a better balance so I'll be able to upload on YouTube regularly. And more specifically, I want to upload every Saturday. Let's see if I can keep that up. Maybe on Mondays as well, like Wednesday and Saturday, but only if I'm not too busy. But I don't think it will make a bigger improvement once I have my new laptop, because I did not buy it for this kind of heavy stuff. I just wanted to read my emails and that kind of things. So it's not made for editing work. So very often I just spend forever trying to finish a video. Simply, not only because it can't really handle, but also since it's getting old. So there are days when I work on it for 5 minutes and then I have to force restart it throughout the day. So that really slows me down. Hopefully that will be helped when I get like a new one. Everything will go smoother, so I'll be able to finish my videos faster. And after that, go back to Japanese class, so I'll be able to focus better on my language studies. Hopefully find some time for my English as well. I bought several books to prepare myself for actually the test, for the Cambridge exam. But I haven't really looked through them yet, so hopefully find some time for that. And then yeah, just get some cute outfits for this year, and that's about it. Let's see how much I can accomplish. What about you? Do you have any goals or plans for 2021? Let me know in the comments below. As always, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more future content. And hope to see you again really soon. Bye for now.